Hey, it's your boy Shaun, and welcome to Supercars from the Hood. Now, in today's episode, we're gonna play a little game. Well, more like I'm gonna play a little game since you can't interact with me because this is just a video. Well, I'm getting off track. Let's get on to the game we're gonna play today. We're gonna play buy one,
Shut up and take my money.
sell one, destroy one. That's right, we're gonna play a little juvenile game. We all played before, different concept. This time we're gonna do it with cars. But the first time we're gonna play this game, we ain't gonna do it with no little grocery getters or your dad's Miata. We're gonna do it with the Hyper 3, the Ferrari LaFerrari, the Porsche 918, and the McLaren P1. Y'all want me to give y'all a quick rundown of these cars? You want me to get straight to the games? Because I can give you a rundown. You know, the information's right there on the internet. You can find it or whatever. But you know, if you want the information, I could give it to you. I mean, it sounds real dumb coming out of my mouth, but I mean, it's whatever you guys want. All right, okay. Let me pull out my phone, make it seem like I know what I'm talking about real quick. Let me see. LaFerrari 950 brake horsepower with a 6.3 liter V12 supplemented with a Curves unit makes 665 pound-foot of torque. And no surprise, the LaFerrari is the only car on today's list that doesn't have an electric drive mode because Ferrari don't play that shit. And then there's a 918 Spider, which has a 6.4 liter V8 with two electric motors, one on the front axle or one on the rear axle. The 918 has 887 brake horsepower or 940 pound-foot of torque. That's a lot of torque. I didn't even know the car made that much torque. That's freaking crazy. It's a mid-engine, four-wheel drive, all-wheel steering beast. And finally, we have the McLaren P1, which has a 3.8 liter twin-turbo V8, which is supplemented by McLaren's ECU, which makes a combined 903 horsepower. It has a 7-speed dual clutch with a curb weight of 3,400 and blah blah blah. I think we all get the point. Now let's get on with the game. I want to talk about these cars, weird quirks and features, and then I'm gonna give it a Doug score. Wait, no, that's the wrong channel. We don't do that here. First, I want to say I don't know which of these cars is the fastest. You know, you see some of the magazines and some of the YouTube channels say the P1 is faster, or the LaFerrari is faster, or the Porsche is faster. I really think it depends on the day, the track, and the tires. And then I guess which company paid the most money. No, I'm kidding. I really don't know. Now I can't speak on the speed of these cars, but I can talk about the looks because the looks are objectives and I have an opinion on them. Let's start with the 918. The 918 Spider is a very modern looking hypercar. It takes a lot of styling cues from the Carrera GT, but it's like Porsche didn't want to go all the way out there with the design. They have a traditional style that's very Porsche, which is very cliche to say, but when you see their cars, you know what it is automatically from the design of it. And that's the same with the 918 Spider. It looks like almost any other Porsche, which is not bad. You know, I think it's a very beautiful looking car all around, amazing. You know, and that's an opinion that some people don't share. You know, some people think the car looks very buggy. You know, I don't think that, you know, but what do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet with a microphone and a computer. Now let's talk about the LaFerrari. That thing looks like a freaking spaceship. Like it just came, swooped down, landed from the moon or something, and Ferrari came out of nowhere with that one. Really blew my mind when I see it. I couldn't believe it was a real car. And the one thing that annoys me about the LaFerrari is I cannot afford it, and every time I look at the price, it goes up. And don't go up just by a little bit, it jumps up by millions, and it gets further and further away from me. But one day maybe they'll let me, you know, sit in one. You know, that'd be a dream. Not really. The dream is really to own about 5 of them things, but that's besides the point. Now let's talk about the McLaren P1. The design of that looks like a hypercar from out of the future. The LaFerrari looks like a spaceship. The 918 looks like a modern hypercar you expect to see today. The P1 looks like something straight out the future. The only issue with the P1 is all the other McLarens, you know, Same engine, only the other McLarens don't have the electric motor. And if it wasn't for the 720S, I would think that McLaren was getting lazy with the design and engine. But thankfully, with the 720S, McLaren's gotten their act together, has listened to people, and have stopped designing the cars the same. And hopefully, the next hypercar they come out with is a total different animal than the supercar they have. Now, I want to say what my favorite car on today's episode is before I get to the meat of the meal. And my favorite car, mind blown, might sound like a Ferrari fanboy, but it's the Laferrari. That thing just looks nuts to me. And that Corso Russo red, I know that's probably not the name of it, looks amazing. It's Russo Corsa, by the way. You know, red's my favorite color, and I've been a Ferrari fan since I was a kid, since the Testarossa. Now to what this episode is about. Buy one, sell one, destroy one. Which will it be? Alright. Buy one. If I was to buy one of these hypercars, which would it be? It's gonna sound crazy after what I just said, but the Porsche 918. Mind blown. I know I said the Ferrari is my favorite car, but I would buy the Porsche. It would be more easier to attain for me. Even as broke as I am now, I know I'll never be able to afford a LaFerrari. Now, if somebody would gift me one, like Ferrari, if you're listening, if you want to gift me a LaFerrari, I'll take that, and I'll never sell it. But I'm saying, I'll drive it all day. But if I have to buy it out my own pocket from where I'm at right now, which is broke, it ain't never gonna happen. So I have to keep my goals real low, and with that logo, I'll go with the 918 Spider all day. Now the car I would sell should be a no-brainer. The LaFerrari. I love it. I would love to have one, would love to drive one, but the money I can get from that, I can use to buy the 918, have fun driving that, give me a daily driver for when I can't drive the 918, and enjoy the hell out of that. Take that extra $2 million and use it to invest in some real estate and other business ventures, and take that money and I buy my dream car. And I probably invest in a house, because you know you can't have a bunch of supercars and expect to live in them. And I really would love to own a LaFerrari. That's a dream, but that's a lot of money to have invested in an automobile, you know. And I would love to have it. If I was a billionaire, I wouldn't worry about that, but I'm not. I'm just a regular guy. So if I had the choice, I would sell the LaFerrari, which leads us to the last car, which is a given what will happen, because there was only 3 cars on today's list. And I'm sure this is gonna be upsetting to a lot of people, to a lot of McLaren fans, but I'm gonna have to destroy the McLaren P1. Not that I want to, I'm just going to have to. And it has nothing to do with the fact that McLaren isn't as special or as fast or as beautiful as a LaFerrari or a 918. Just practically speaking, if I can get a 918 for less money, I'll get the 918. If I can sell the LaFerrari and get the most money to buy a 918, then have money left over to do whatever with, that's what I'm gonna do, which is gonna lead me to having to destroy the P1. And with that LaFerrari money, I can get a 720 Spider or a 720S or 720, whatever they want to come up with, the LT, whatever next car they come out with. I'll have money for that, and I have a car that's as quick as the P1. It's a McLaren. It's brand new. The interior is new. The design is new. The engine is new. It won't be a hypercar, but you know, I'll have my hypercar in the 918. So that that itch will be scratched. But that P1 is gonna have to get destroyed. So there it is. Those are my choices. So tell me, what cars would you buy, sell, and destroy? Leave it down in the comments. And I want to end this episode today. I know it ran kind of long. I don't really like having long episodes on my channel, but I wanted to give a little information on what I liked about the cars, or some of the specs or whatever. I'm gonna be doing this a couple times on the channel. I didn't want to give a bone dry, here's what we're gonna be doing, and just do it and have people like, the hell would he do that for? Like, he could have kept that to himself. I want this to be a new thing for the channel, like some of the other things I plan on. I'm still gonna do them. I'm still trying some things out. I know the channel's still new, so if it catches on, it catches on. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll still be doing it. Hopefully I'll get better at it. And if you got any ideas of buy, sell, destroy, let me know in the comments. So with that said, it's time to bring this video to a close. So if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. If you want to see what I got planned next, come see what I got planned next. I got a lot in store for this channel, and I want you to be there with me. Alright, I'll catch you people later.